everything 98% that I've written on that paper and 2% not is everything that I mentioned on my YouTube videos and YouTube posts on my channel. And yeah. So basically 98 plus 2 equals 100. So 100% of all those things that I talked about that I pretty much mentioned, that pretty much all said, I don't gotta mention anymore, folks. And yeah. But however, all that's written on that paper, 98% what's written on that paper that I showed you guys in some videos from the past, and 2% that's not written on there. Everything that I mentioned, everything that I mentioned on there, that, like I said, I know the two most important trains, which you guys already know that I mentioned a couple days ago, what they are, just as long as everybody knows the two most important trains that I love to collect. And same thing with anything that's 100% all engines go of a train that I do not like to collect. Anything all engines go that's 100% all engines go. As long as everybody knows those three things, the two most important trains, which you guys already know what they are, and anything that's 100% all engines go, I do not like to collect. As long as everybody knows those three, then that's all that matters. But everything that I've written on that paper, folks, I'll say it this way. Like, things on there, well, yeah, like that, those three things that the three things that I just mentioned like 10 seconds ago, it's on there too on that paper. But the rest of the other stuff that's on there, of like trains that I may or may not collect, or trains that I don't collect, or like don't like to collect, including trains that is 100% all engines go that I do not like to collect, or trains that I used to collect and don't anymore, that, folks, you know what? If at this point, if I end up collecting if I end up collecting all those trains on there that I mentioned, of like trains that I may or may not collect, trains that I don't collect, trains that I used to collect, or trains that I collect that I might change my mind about, or like whatever, or you guys know the deal, that all of that I just mentioned, don't mind me at all in case I do end up collecting those types of trains, which I already said what they were. And yeah, if I do, I just do an unboxing video of them and not even repeat myself. So yeah, folks, I figure I just tell you guys that. So yeah, folks, now that I've gotten that off my chest, I no longer don't have to repeat myself. And like I said, if I repeat myself, ignore me. And yeah, but I'm just telling you guys today that if I end up collecting trains that I may or may not collect, and trains that I don't collect and never will, and trains that I used to collect, that if I end up collecting those again, if I end up collecting them, like trains that I used to collect, if I end up collecting them again, and trains that I may or may not collect, and trains that I would never collect, that if I end up collecting those ones as well, then don't mind me at all if I do. So yeah, folks, now that I've said that, if I repeat myself, just ignore me and all that. So yeah. All right, now that I gotten that off my chest, yeah, because pretty much, folks, what I'm just gonna do going forward is just enjoy the train life, enjoy my train hobby, and be like every other model railroader, YouTuber, and rail fan out there, and just enjoy trains that I love to collect and everything. So yeah, and you guys already know the two most important trains that I love to currently collect And currently, how I do not like anything that's 100% all engines go of Thomas and Friends, that I don't like to collect anything that's 100% Thomas and Friends all engines go. Yeah, now the so yeah, folks. That's really there is to say though, but yeah, no. All right. So I'm gonna get into the real video and never like repeat myself again. If I do, ignore me. So yeah, I'm back with another video, folks, and so as you can see here, I got the regular Thomas, the regular Percy, the launch and barrel delivery set Thomas with a rolling stock, and then Dale with Thomas 2025. Right over here, I have classic Thomas, classic James, classic Talkin' Thomas, classic Flying Scotsman, and classic Gordon. So I'm thinking to myself today which train I should run today that I have not ran that much in a while. So you know what? So today I'm gonna take this one off. And you know what? I think I'm gonna run the Dale with Thomas 2025. Put that right there. Even though it's a little bit, even though it really barely doesn't fit, but that should do it for now. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, folks, I'm gonna be like every other model railroad or rail fan and YouTuber and just enjoy my train hobby without repeating myself and wasting my time in my videos just talking about the same thing, and just do what makes me happy and all that. And yeah, but I just don't have to repeat myself, you know. Just do and collect trains that I love to collect without wasting my time and breath of just keep mentioning the same thing. Do an unboxing review video of it and all that. And yeah. Whatever else I forget to mention, or if I forgot to mention currently, I'm over it now. I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm just gonna be like normal in a way of like just enjoying the train life. So yeah. All right, you know what, folks? I'm gonna get let's see. Do I want to do? I don't know. Do I want to do Gordon or Flying Scotsman? I don't know. You know, we'll do Gordon. Why not? Let's do Gordon today, folks. And it starts today, folks. I'll stop repeating myself, and I'll be like every other rail fan and YouTuber and model railroader. And what I mean by that is enjoying my train hobby so much that I just don't have to keep repeating myself about it, though, since everybody already knows, you know. And yeah, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Is enjoying my train life and train hobby without repeating myself. And whatever types of trains I collect and all that, that it doesn't matter anymore, though, because whatever I collect is what I collect. And yeah. So yeah, alright, enough talk about that. Because I'm not gonna waste my time anymore just mentioning the same thing. So yeah. See, I'm so happy I got all that off my chest now, folks. Hey, you know what, folks? This is actually kind of a fun set after all, you know? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna fix these rolling stocks. There we go. Because years ago on my channel, folks, any types of trains that I collected, whether it was trains that I was interested in or not interested in, or trains that I may or may not collect, or if any of them I was going to change my mind about, yeah, or used to collect, though, and went back to collecting those types of trains for a little bit or what, though, depending on what it was. That back in those days, years ago, I never repeated myself, and that's what I'm going back to is that I'm just gonna stop repeating myself. I'm gonna stop repeating myself. Go back to the days when I never repeated myself, and yeah. See, I'm gonna go back to the days from 2019 and 2020 and 2021, those years, to when I never repeated myself during these types of videos and unboxing videos of any trains and all that. And that's what I'm gonna go back to and everything. So yeah. Now that I've said that, folks, I could definitely tell you that my YouTube channel is definitely going to be back to normal after this video, when the next video gets posted. So yeah. No, let's get Flying Scotsman going. Shit. What happened? Get a head start. There we go. Okay, folks, that's it for today's video. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace out. And one more thing, I promise you after this video, when the next video gets posted, I will no longer repeat myself with the same things that I've been talking about for many, or not many years, but like the past, like few months and everything. Especially that white sheet of paper that I told you about. But I promise you, folks, starting today, when the next video gets posted of trains or whatever, that I won't repeat myself about it, because like I said, I'm going back to 2019, 2020, and 2021 when I would do unboxing reviews or train videos. I would never repeat myself with the same things of any trains that I mentioned or whatever and kept repeating myself about. I would never do so. I was like repeating myself of anything with trains, which you guys know. And same with unboxing reviews, especially. Yeah, that's what I'm going back to and everything. So yeah, that you guys already know. So if people are curious or whatever, they just gotta go back and watch the videos that I kept repeating myself in for the past few months or what. But other than that, I'm just gonna stop repeating myself going forward. And like I said, if I do repeat myself, ignore me if it's the same things. But yeah, all right, that's it for today's video, folks. Leave a like, subscribe, peace out, and I hope everybody has a great day.